Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. This is the name of Telegram channel. If you are preparing for UPSC or state PCS examinations, you can subscribe to this new channel, Civils Academy. Now, let's start. But before we start, let me discuss something. Some viewers of this channel are so sensitive that they get disturbed and annoyed on anything, literally anything. Yesterday, there were so many comments that why there is a background noise, So first thing first, it is from a nearby temple and I cannot stop the world. So if you get disturbed by these background noise, then start working on yourself. You need better concentration because world cannot stop breathing just because you are getting disturbed. And when you comment sensibly. This is not a fish market. One irresponsible comment and you will be blocked for lifetime. The problem with this online platform is that in the name of anonymity, some people cross the line very easily. So next time, before you comment, make sure that it is a responsible comment and also work on your concentration system if you get disturbed so easily. Start yoga, meditation or whatever works for you, but you should work on your concentration system. And those who do not get disturbed from these irrelevant issues, please keep working hard because at the end of the day, your hard work will decide your future. Anyway, now let's start. First question is, what is the name of new mental health rehabilitation helpline of Social Justice Ministry? So it is Kiran. It has been announced recently and it is new toll-free helpline for mental health rehabilitation. And this is an initiative by Union Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Now recently this ministry was also in news because of Transgender Council. So this is going to be a 30-member council and this council will be headed by Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment. And in this council, 5 states or union territories will be represented at one point of time. Apart from that, it will also have 5 representatives from the transgender community. Now this Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment was also in news because of Nasha Mukt Bharat, that means drug-free India. Apart from that, recently World Drug Report was released and it was released by UNODC, that is United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. Next question is, what is the deadline given to the public sector undertakings to pay custom duty after they clear the imported goods? Right answer is 14 days. So CBIC, that is Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, recently announced that public sector undertakings are permitted to first clear the goods imported by them through customs and then they can pay the custom duty within 14 days. Now 2 important things are there. First is that if we import something, then we have to pay custom duty. Second is that this custom duty is outside the purview of GST. That means it has not been subsumed under GST. So even if you pay GST, you will have to pay custom duty separately. And for PSU, you can import something and then you can pay custom duty within 14 days. Now, this is a part of its Turant Custom initiative of CBIC. Now, CBIC is part of DOR, that is Department of Revenue, and it is under Finance Ministry. Before GST, it was Central Board of Excise and Customs. After GST, it was named as Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs because now excise duty is part of GST. Now this CBIC was also in news because of Atithi initiative. Answer in comment box what is the objective of this initiative. Next question is, Jammu and Kashmir has launched an e-auction portal to promote trade of Kashmir saffron along with which organization? So this organization is NSE-IT Limited and this NSE-IT is a subsidiary of NSE. What is NSE? It is National Stock Exchange. So the Agriculture Department of Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory started this e-auction portal with the help of NSE-IT. Now Kashmir saffron got GI tag recently. GI stands for Geographical Indication. And Iran is the largest producer of saffron. Recently Iran was in news because of its new currency and it is Toman. Iran was also in news because of Noor. It was also in news because of Instex. It was also in news because of Chahabar and it was also in news because of JCPOA. Next question is, the central government health scheme has initiated teleconsultation services using which platform? So it is eSanjeevani platform. This is for teleconsultation. What is the meaning of teleconsultation? That means you are using internet technology to consult the doctor without visiting doctor physically. So teleconsultation is a component of telemedicine. Now in the context of health system, recently NHA, that is National Health Authority, released a draft of health data management policy. And this health data management policy is a part of National Digital Health Mission, which was announced recently. Now, what is NHA? It is National Health Authority. It is the implementing authority for Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. And it will also implement this National Digital Health Mission. And NHA is governed by a governing board. Next question is, which general insurance company has launched the first retail insurance cover for pet dogs? So this was announced by Bajaj Allianz. And it is Bajaj Allianz Pet Dog Insurance Policy. So this will provide complete coverage to all breeds of pet animals. It will also cover the treatment cost of specified disease. Next is Char Dham Pariyojana is a project related to which state of India? So it is related to Uttarakhand. Recently this project was in news because Supreme Court had constituted a committee, and this committee was headed by Ravi Chopra. Now this committee has found that the project has caused a long-term damage to the Himalayan ecology, and this is a project of Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, and it is a project to connect major pilgrimage sites. So Char stands for 4. So these are the 4 dhams: Yamunotri, Gangotri, Kedarnath and Badrinath. Now this MORTH, that is Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, was also in news because of NHAI. NHAI stands for National Highway Authority of India, and it is under this ministry. NHAI was in news because of Harit Path. This is a mobile application which was launched recently. Apart from that, NHAI was also in news because of Harit Bharat Sankalp. So it was a nationwide plantation drive, and which was organized by NHAI on the occasion of completion of 25 years of its service. So this year it completed 25 years. Next question is, what would be the growth rate of India in 2020-21 as projected by RBI in its annual report? So it is going to be negative, and it is going to contract by 4.5%. So there will be a negative growth for India. Globally also, it will be a negative growth between -6 to -7.6%. So this will be between this range. Now RBI is Central Bank of India. It was in news because of PIDF. It is Payment Infrastructure Development Fund. RBI was also in news because of Operation Twist. It was also in news as recently it signed currency swap agreement with Sri Lanka. Recently Sri Lanka was in news because it is going to draft its new constitution. It was also in news because of new Prime Minister. As recently parliamentary elections held in Sri Lanka, and Mahinda Rajapaksa got re-elected as the new Prime Minister. The president of country is Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Next question is, Facebook has proposed to expand which feature to Indian users in near future? So it is Facebook News. It is already launched in USA, and recently Facebook decided to expand this feature to India, UK, Germany, France and Brazil. So with this feature, Facebook will provide news. Now in this context, recently ACCC draft was in news. What is this ACCC draft? It is Australian Competition and Consumer Commission draft. So why this draft was in news? Because as per this draft code, digital platforms will have to pay to the news media companies for their content. For example, Facebook is using the content of, say, Indian Express. So Facebook will have to pay to Indian Express. So that's why these technological companies are now complaining that this is unfair decision of this Australian Competition and Consumer Commission. Now Australia was also in news because of SCRI. SCRI stands for Supply Chain Resilience Initiative. So this is a proposed initiative by JAI, that is Japan, Australia, India. Australia was also in news because of 2+2 dialogue. Previously it was of secretariat level. Now it has been upgraded to ministerial level. With Australia we have now 2+2 ministerial level dialogue. With USA we have same level dialogue, and with Japan we have same level dialogue. Now apart from that, Australia was also in news because of D10 club. Even India is a part of this club. Answer in comment box what is the objective of this D10 grouping. Next question is, India is set to begin operations of inland water trade route with which country? So this country is Bangladesh. So both countries will start commercial operation of riverine trade routes. that means trade through river routes. So as per this agreement, the Sonamura in Tripura to Dodkandi in Bangladesh route will be operationalized. Now, if we talk about inland waterways, as per National Waterway Act of 2016, we have 111 national waterways. Then we have Inland Waterways Authority of India, that is IWAI, and it is a statutory body under Ministry of Shipping. The headquarters is in Noida. Noida is in Uttar Pradesh. Next question is, US dollars denominated global benchmark bonds have been recently issued by which financial institution? So right answer is ADB, that is Asian Development Bank. Recently ADB was also in news as India's election commissioner Ashok Lavasha resigned as election commissioner to join Asian Development Bank. So recently government appointed Mr. Rajiv Kumar as new election commissioner. Election commission is a constitutional body as per Article 324. It contains the provision for election commission. Now recently Asian Development Bank was also in news as it joined the network of NGFS. What is NGFS? It is Network for Greening the Financial System. So Asian Development Bank had joined this NGFS as observer. Next question is, on which day Women's Equality Day is observed every year? So this is observed on 26th of August. Now why this day is special? Because on this day American women got the constitutional right to vote, and this year, that means 2020, is the 100th anniversary of this right to vote, because women got right to vote in America on 26th of August in 1920. So it is important. Answer in comment box on which day the World Biofuel Day is observed. Next question is, as per the report released by which organization, the average income earned by Manrega workers has doubled? So this is a report by CRISIL. What is Manrega? It is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. So as per this report, the income for unskilled laborers has doubled to around rupee 1000 per month. Previously, it was approximately 509. So this MG Narega initiative intends to provide work to those who are willing to do unskilled work, and MORD, that is Ministry of Rural Development, in association with the state governments, monitor the implementation of this scheme. It is important to note that the central government bears the entire cost of unskilled labor. That means central government will pay the entire cost of hiring this labor and 75% of the cost for material. Now suppose there is a work of canal in any village. So for that work, you will hire workers. Percent of the cost which is needed for the material for this canal work. Rest 25% cost will be provided by that particular state government. Next question is, which state has recently extended the AFSPA, that is Armed Forces Special Powers Act, for a period of 6 months? So this state is Assam. Now recently Assam was in news as India's longest river crossing ropeway was started in Assam. Assam was also in news because of Poba Reserve Forest, as this will be converted into a wildlife sanctuary. Assam was also in news because of Bhagjan oil well, and after this incident, NGT, that is National Green Tribunal, constituted a committee, and this committee was headed by Justice B.P. Katke. Next question is, the Union Culture Ministry has announced the formation of how many new ASI circles? So it is 7. So 7 new ASI circles will be formed. Previously, there were 29 circles of ASI in India. Circle means new areas or new zones. For example, Hampi in Karnataka is new circle, Meerut in Uttar Pradesh is another circle, Jhansi is another circle, Jabalpur in Madhya Pradesh, and Rajkot in Gujarat, and Raiganj in West Bengal, and Trichy in Tamil Nadu are new circles. Now ASI is under Ministry of Culture. What is ASI? It is Archaeological Survey of India, and it was founded in 1861. So these were the most important questions of today's video. Now we are going to cover important news. Feel free to skip it if you do not like the format. This is only for those who want to cover these news. So first news is related to Kevin Mayer. So the CEO of TikTok announced his resignation. CEO was Kevin Mayer. The parent company of TikTok is ByteDance. Next is Dwayne Bravo. So he is a cricketer from West Indies. Recently he was in news because he became the first bowler to get 500 wickets in T20 cricket. Recently, James Anderson became the first bowler to get 600 wickets in Test cricket. It is important to note that James Anderson became the first fast bowler to achieve this milestone. The highest wicket taker in Test cricket is Muthaiya Muralidharan, and he is from Sri Lanka. Then we have Shane Warne from Australia and Anil Kumble from India. Next is HAL, that is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. So it is under Ministry of Defense, and recently it was in news because government decided to sell its 15% stakes in HAL. Next is Healthy Body, Healthy Mind Fitness Campaign. So this is a campaign by Delhi government for the students who are confined in the homes because of this pandemic situation. Next is Smart Assist. So this is an initiative by Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance to assist the customers by providing them real-time assistance. So this will allow them to assist the customer through a smart screen sharing feature. Next is Jeff Bezos. So recently Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos became the first person in the world to hit a net worth of $200 billion. Next is Ericsson, UNICEF. So recently these two collaborated, and this collaboration is a part of Giga Initiative. And this Giga Initiative is a part of UNICEF. That means it is an initiative by UNICEF in association with ITU. What is the purpose of this initiative? Purpose is to provide internet connection to the every school and surrounding communities. What is ITU? It is International Telecommunication Union. Next is National GIS Enabled Land Bank System. So recently this system was launched by Mr. Piyush Goyal, and this has been launched for 6 states. Next is NDC Transport Initiative for Asia, that is NDC TIA. So the objective of this initiative is to decarbonize transport in India, Vietnam and China, that is IVC. What is the meaning of decarbonize? That means the transport system will leave or will emit less carbon. So idea is to make it more environment friendly, and in India this will be implemented with the help of Niti Aayog. Next is Pulikali. So it is also known as Tiger Dance, and it is associated to Kerala, and it is a art form that is performed on the occasion of Onam. Onam is the harvest festival of Kerala. Now one more event is organized on the occasion of Onam, and it is Aranmula, and it is Aranmula boat race. So this race is organized on the occasion of Onam. Now this race is organized in Pampa River, and this is the 3rd longest river in Kerala. In fact, the Sabrimala temple is also located on the bank of this river, and this is also known as, that means this river is also known as Dakshin Bhagirathi. Next is committee to review the charter of DRDO labs. So DRDO is under MOD. Recently a new committee was constituted to review the charter of DRDO labs, and this committee is headed by Professor V. Ramgopal Rao. Professor Rao is the director of IIT Delhi. Next is DZ NCC Training Mobile App. So this mobile app was recently launched by our Defense Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh, and this DZ NCC stands for Directorate General National Cadet Corps. So this mobile app will support in conducting the online training of NCC cadets. Now we left one topic here, and it is NRI Unified Portal. So this portal has been launched by Uttar Pradesh government, and the state government will prepare a database of migrant workers of the state who are working in the different countries. So a database will be prepared so that state government can provide assistance to all those workers who are working in different countries. That means all those workers of Uttar Pradesh. Next is GST compensation cess. So because of the compensation clause, there is a problem now, because as per the initial agreement, central government had promised compensation to the states in case of revenue loss, but now because of this coronavirus situation, there is a revenue loss, but center do not have adequate resources to pay that compensation. So please read about this entire concept of GST compensation and what is the difference between cess and surcharge, what was the promise of GST compensation. Next is UK's Eat Out to Help Out scheme. So to revive the hospitality sector, this campaign has been started by UK government, and as per this initiative, the government will subsidize the meals at restaurants. That means you go and you eat in these restaurants so that they can start earning back, and government will provide 50% support, that means 50% subsidy to your meal. Next is Hezbollah. So they are militant organization associated to Lebanon, and recently Hezbollah was in news as Israel launched air attacks at Hezbollah ports on Lebanon border. So one fact is that Israel shares border boundary with Hezbollah. Now Lebanon was also in news because of the blast in Beirut. Recently Hezbollah were also in news as Germany banned Hezbollah. And last is International Booker Prize 2020. So the Dutch author Marieke Lucas is the winner of International Booker Prize for her debut novel, The Discomfort of Evening. So she is the youngest author to win this prize. So these were the most important events of the day. Thank you, and that's all for the day.